The film opens with Hutch Mantle sitting in an interrogation room bruised and battered, this time accompanied by a dog. As he tends to his wound, two agents question him and ask who he is. He simply replies, "Us." Sometime earlier, we see that Hutch has returned to his life as an assassin, taking on contracts from the barber to pay off his debt to the Russians for destroying the Obshak. His work has created distance between him and his wife, Becca, as well as their children, Brady and Sammy. Hutch admits that the job is pulling him away from his family, and the burden weighs heavily on him. Wanting to make a change, he tells the barber that he plans to take a break and spend time with his family. The barber agrees. Later at home, Hutch comes across an ad for a summer town called Plumberville. Place's dad, David, used to take him and his brother Harry when they were kids. With summer break coming up, Hutch convinces Becca and the kids to go on a family trip. He promises Becca that his work life won't interfere while they're away. The family agrees and they are ready for the vacation. Before heading out, the family picks up David from his retirement home so he can join them on the trip. On the drive, the family sings together the whole way until they finally arrive in Plumberville. After getting the kids settled into their rooms, Hutch and Becca share a quiet afternoon alone, so Hutch takes everyone to a nearby diner for lunch. While reminiscing about the old days with David and Harry, Hutch draws the unwanted attention of the local sheriff, Abel. The family heads to the arcade after receiving free passes. While there, Hutch tries to talk with Brady, who's sporting a black eye. At first, it was thought to be from a football game, but it's implied he actually got it in a fight. Brady casually hands some of his tickets to a group of girls checking him out, then uses the rest to buy a prize for his little sister, Sammy. Things take a turn when one of the girl's boyfriends, Max, confronts Brady for talking to her. Max grabs Sammy's prize and rips it in half. Brady reacts instantly, decking Max in the face and twisting his arm behind his back. Hutch steps in to break it up, as do some of the arcade staff, and the family is forced to leave. But just as they're about to go, Sammy bends down to pick up her torn doll, and one of the staff smacks her arm away. Hutch, trying to keep the peace for Becca's sake, starts to walk off only to stop, turn back, and unleash his fury. He brutally takes down the staff member along with a Sea Orker and another man who foolishly tried to play hero. Becca sees everything, and both Hutch and Brady are taken to the police station. While Becca tries to convince the officer to let them go, Hutch tells Brady that it's good to protect his sister, but there are better ways to handle it. Surprised, Brady snaps back, saying it was Hutch who lost his temper first, not him. Just then, Sheriff Abel arrives and takes Hutch to his office, where Hutch meets Max's father, Wyatt Martin, the owner of the Plumberville theme park. Wyatt tells Hutch that he runs the town and that tourists like him shouldn't cause trouble. He's especially angry because Brady injured Max's pitching arm. Hutch apologizes and says he will make Brady apologize as well, but Wyatt isn't satisfied. He orders Hutch and his family to leave town immediately. Hutch agrees. After the family leaves the station, Abel quietly tells his men to follow Hutch and get rid of him. The family then drives back to the Plumberville theme park where Becca scolds him for breaking the promise that he will do not cause any trouble and scolds him for losing temper so soon. Hutch says sorry to her and she forgives him, and the both start reminiscing the time when they first met. The next day, Hutch takes his family on a duckboat ride, but he notices some of Abel's men following them. To keep his family safe, he lets Becca, David, and the kids take one boat while he boards another, drawing the 4 goons to him. Hutch first tries to calm things down, but the men attack. He quickly proves he's no ordinary tourist, fighting them brutally. During the struggle, one of the officers grabs a knife and cuts off Hutch's finger. As Hutch reaches for it, the finger slips into the water and is eaten by fish. The goon then kicks him overboard. The men talk among themselves, realizing Hutch isn't just some random visitor, but suddenly Hutch resurfaces and beats them down even harder. The lead goon later contacts Abel while he being wheeled away and missing a few teeth to let him know that Hutch got away from them. Hutch later contacts his brother Harry for help, explaining that he's in trouble. Harry agrees, and Hutch then reaches out to the barber. The barber tells Hutch that Plumberville has long been a secret hub for drug trafficking and bootlegging. The operation is run by a violent and unpredictable woman named Landina. She is then shown in her casino facing an opponent at a poker table. When she discovers the man is cheating, she kills him, his dealer, and every witness present. The barber warns Hutch not to anger Landina or she will kill his family right in front of him. Meanwhile, Wyatt is at home with his son Max when Landina calls. It is revealed that Wyatt is working for her after she killed his father and forced him to pay off his father's debts. Wyatt wants to get rid of it, but Landina has him trapped. After the call, Landina speaks with Abel, who also works for her and has been double-crossing Wyatt. She orders Abel to keep Wyatt in line by kidnapping Max. Abel kidnaps Max and holds him hostage. Hutch tracks him to a warehouse where Abel and his men are meeting with a huge pile of cash meant for Landina. Hutch pours gasoline over the cash and threatens to burn it unless Abel backs off from him and his family. Abel agrees, but as Hutch starts to leave, he sees Max being taken away. He briefly leaves, then returns to take out Abel's men. One goon tries to attack Hutch with a table saw, but Hutch pushes his head onto the blade. Once all the men except Abel are dead, Hutch frees Max. He shoots a light and sparks ignite the cash and nearby chemicals. Abel runs as the building explodes, destroying everything inside. Hutch drives away with Max safely. Landina soon discovers that all her cash, chemicals, and assets are gone. Her goons show her surveillance photos of Hutch and his family in Plumberville. Abel, who survived the warehouse explosion, but is badly burned, contacts Landina and tells her to gather more men to hunt Hutch down. Meanwhile, Hutch and David take Becca and the kids to a nearby lodge for safety, knowing the villains will try to reach them at the hotel. He also brings Max along, and he and Brady are now on good terms. Before heading out to confront the enemies, Hutch admits to Becca that he broke his promise and suggests that she stay away from him for her own protection. Hutch goes to confront Wyatt, who is in a drunken rage over Max's disappearance. Wyatt tries to attack Hutch, but fails. Hutch calms him down and they sit to drink while Hutch assures him that Max is safe. Wyatt explains his connection to Landina and how much he hates her. He shows Hutch's father's arsenal of weapons which his father had planned to use against Landina before she killed him. Together, they plan to use the weapons to take her down. They booby-trap the entire theme park with David and Harry joining to help and wait for Landina's arrival. Meanwhile, Becca is at home with the kids. She's upset about Hutch's plan and wants to help. She asks Brady to stay in charge while she goes for a walk and secretly takes a nearby rifle with her. Landina and her goons arrive at the theme park. At the park, Abel leads Landina to Hutch and Wyatt. She has her men execute Abel, calling him a pain in the ass. And then the fighting begins. Hutch and Wyatt lead the goons into every trap they've set mines in the ball pit, swinging grenades, taking out each thug quickly. At the lodge, Brady tries to fight off a thug while Max keeps Sammy hidden. Harry arrives and slices through the attackers with his katana before facing off against Kartish. After a brief duel, Harry decapitates him. Back at the park, most of Landina's henchmen are down, but Hutch, David, and Wyatt have been incapacitated. Landina prepares to execute Hutch, but Wyatt shoots one of her henchwomen before she can act. Her partner goes berserk, trying to kill Wyatt, but she is also shot. Landina then tries to kill Hutch herself, but Becca arrives with a rifle and hits Landina in the chest, an eye with tranquilizer darts. A final wave of gunmen appears, and David sets off the last explosives. Hutch and Becca dive into a pool and kiss as the entire park explodes. Later, Hutch and Becca are being interrogated by the agents along with the dog they rescued from the park. Their superior calls and the agents are forced to release the mantles. The family returns home and watches a slideshow of pictures from the trip, including Brady's girlfriend. The photos show the family having fun along with Wyatt and Max, who are now friends. Hutch sits back and smiles, finally enjoying some peaceful time with his family.